What's going on, guys? It's the Fish. We've got Magus of the Bargain here for some nice little story time. And yeah, here he is.
Hi everyone, this is Magus of the Bargain. I just recently went to this art show in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's called IX. It was a big meeting of a lot of Magic artists and a lot of other fantasy artists. And one of those artists was David Palumbo, who made this Totally Lost card right here. And also Sarah Finnegan, who made these beautiful paintings. And it's great to just like have an excuse to chat with the artists, especially Drew Tucker. It's awesome. I've had this card since 1994, and I've had this card since 1994, and it's great to finally get to meet the artist who did that. Same with Mark Poole signing all these islands for me. I have enough signed cards to make a deck right here. The value of signed cards is not that much more than the value of the unsigned cards. Some people consider them damaged, but I don't think you should sell to to cards that to sell your cards to people who considered your signed cards damaged. I mean, this painting, I had the paint extended in China, but Rob Alexander signed the art because he did the main art right there. Same with this island. This signature right here is actually the mother of one of my friends in China, and she extends magic cards. And this was signed by Richard Garfield, who was not at the event, but Rob Alexander was there. This one is kind of like a meme card. There's like a listing on for $20 for a signed feral salad on eBay. I don't think anyone's gonna buy it for that. But here's some of my favorite planes, also signed by Rob Alexander. I put them together this way, and then I realized no, they actually got it together this way. But say in the comments which way you like them put together better. Um, Christopher Burdett hasn't done that many cards, so he only signed these. And when David Palumbo saw that this other side of the token had his art on it, he wanted to sign that side. So this is mostly an Aaron Miller food token right here that was signed on both sides. Right here we have Bob Eggleton, was the first artist that I ran into at the convention. I actually did this extension of this swamp because it's one of my favorite swamp art. I probably took longer doing the extension than he took on the painting. He said he has to paint super fast in those days. So also collected as many business cards as I could of the artists as well. Scott Fisher, you'll see a little bit later. Larry Elmore, I could only find like a couple basic lands that he did. But this is all Scott Fisher stuff. His signature is like a fish. Looking forward to putting these in a deck. These ones have won me a couple tournaments back in the days of Vintage and Legacy. So that's cool to get them signed. And Diabolic Servitude, I had to get him to sign this because this is some of my favorite. One of his paintings. The Chinese version had it like this. Because they didn't want things that looked too much like skulls or skeletons at that time. There were a couple pieces of art that got banned in China. We've won a couple tournaments with these Bogodan Hellkites as well, neutral ground, back when that place was open. And yeah, this is like cool art on cards. I couldn't bring all the cards for the artists to sign, but I just brought my favorite ones. I brought 12 Dark Rituals because Tom Fleming was notoriously one of the more difficult of the artists to see at certain conventions, and he hasn't done that many cards that are better than Dark Ritual. But I didn't bring a lot of more expensive cards, just cards that I would play in a commander deck. My plan is to make a deck of 100% signed cards. This one used to be so much more valuable than it is now, but now it's ruined. Now it's damaged. Amber Prison I got signed by Donato at the event, and then I realized I had bought a collection with 3 other Donato signatures, so I put those next to that. All of them were such great artists, and like we have newer stuff and older stuff. It was great to meet Jeff. It was great to meet Michael as well. Um, and Ryan Yee is really cool as well. This is not a card. This is an artist proof right there. He brought a bunch of his stuff. I didn't know he was going to be there because he wasn't listed in the main show. Because in the main show, it has the artists who do the traditional art without any digital augmentation, but Ryan augments his art with CG like I do, and so he was in the other show. He was there with a bunch of artist proofs. Yeah, more from Aaron Miller. That's Chained to the Rocks, and which is an older card, and then the newer art that he did for Cursed Totem, and the food. I feel like the original painting was also for this for sale, for like something like upwards of like $5,000 or something. But I just wanted some cards signed. Yeah, and Winona Nelson. I did not bring the. I couldn't find the elemental token that I had extended the art for, but she signed these ones, and these are her cool business cards as well. And she did these ones as well, and the Voice of Resurgence. And Margaret, it's really cool, like artist from way back in the day who did the Spore Flower and the Ivory Tower. And I didn't bring my Lion's Eye Diamond because I wasn't sure if like getting a really high value card signed, because if you get it signed, I'm not sure that a lot of companies will grade it, but I did at least want some cards that I was going to use in some decks. That was a long video. The story about these is really interesting. When Anthony Palumbo was signing Heartless Summoning, he said, this is a portrait of Boris Vallejo. And I was like, really? And it does look like him, making a weird zombie expression, but still. So I went over to Boris Vallejo's booth, and I got him to sign these, and also to sign Cultivate, because this is Boris's hand as well. But I forgot. Oh no, I forgot whose hand. I think these are Winona Nelson's hand, and Anthony Palumbo did a painting of Winona Nelson's hand, because like this is her signature right here to match to these, right? So that's actually her hands that she put. A lot of the artists pose for each other, and when they're doing art for these cards. This is my favorite angel token right here by Anthony Palumbo.
Yeah, I like those angel tokens.
And then come to the Mark Poole section.
Snap.
Great card in like old school control decks. Finally have a playset of Mark Poole counter spells. And another Totally Lost. I was going to fill these blank spots in the binder with Totally Lost. So that's like an Easter egg. I remember making a deck with Siren's Call and Festival. Let's see again. And Mark Poole he did old cards from like the early 90s, and then new cards from the brand new Modern Horizons 2 set. Then we have a Mark Zug section, but not to skip over Dave Seeley, because he did this this cycle of lands that was reprint from Fallen Empires as well. And also Tran Nguyen, am I pronouncing that right? They've done a couple of the newer cards. They're one of the newer artists to Magic. And here's some stuff from Matt Stewart. Definitely going to put this in a sideboard. Main deck this in Dredge, and have a special combo with this one as well. I want this card to be good, but I don't think it's ever going to see the light of day. Strategic Planning. This was mad expensive before the reprint, but I love the new art. Dualcaster Mage, not legal in Modern yet, but who knows? Maybe in Modern Horizons 3. Then we come to the Drew Tucker section. This guy is a character. He's great. He's doing stuff from the early 90s, and then he had some prints from the Modern Horizons 2 set. So you can see that he was one of the first artists who got me into Magic. A High Tide deck was definitely one of my best decks in Solidarity. And then the Fractured Sanity, I haven't even played Mill yet. This is one of my favorite of his paintings. It's just like his style is just like very bold strokes, like we learned in college, and it's just very very different and from most of the other artists, the two Magic cards. We come to more of the Mark Zug section with what you see here, and this is Drew Tucker stuff that's spilled over from the last page. And this is more Mark Zug stuff. So he did some of the older cards from back in the day. This is one of my favorite ones of his paintings. But sadly, he did not have that for sale because it was from a while ago. So yeah, we have the Hierarch cycle right here. I'm glad that they brought him back for these Hierarchs. And yeah, should have brought more Fleshbag Marauders, but this is going into a Commander deck. These are both Scurry Oak that he did. I'm gonna leave that like that so I know what it is. And the door on the Siege Tower will make a great commander. Here's a list of the artists that were there and where they were hanging out during the day. And here's the old Batterskull and Vidalcan Shackles. I remember in 5th on, it's the only card I bought from that set. So I'm going to end it out with a couple artists weren't there. I met Svetlana Valinov when I was in Beijing, and Veronique when I was at a tournament and Christopher Moyer in Montreal. I'm not sure if that's how he pronounces his name, but there's one more card that I wanted to show. I skipped over one of the most important signatures because I only got one card signed from her. Yes. This is Alessandra Pisano, who did the new Vorpal sword. She was one of the few people who actually cosplayed at the event. So it was a cool little event. That's maybe only a couple hundred people, but it was just like artists and art collectors, and there were a couple of people going to art workshops and like talking about how to promote yourself as an artist. Oh, and I didn't have any cards for Matt Stowicki to sign, so he signed his business card. I think it's cool. Cool way to end the video with this
Little guy.
a throne of death. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're doing a free giveaway at 300 subscribers. Thanks for watching, guys.